Good afternoon. Today I will be discussing Naoulo and Saunders, which is a law firm located in Atlanta, Georgia, specifically Sandy Springs, and they specialize in asset protection planning, estate planning, and kids protection planning. I found this internship on Handshake, where it was advertised through Hive, which is an acquisition company, and then after my interview with Hive, I was connected directly to them. I'd like to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Ramah Wade-Rollins. I'm a junior business major with a French minor. I was an operations intern at this company, and I would like to become an operations manager in the future, which is what drew me to this internship in the first place. I had ambitions to learn and gain experience in operations management in order to help me in my future career path. During my time at Naoulo and Saunders, I performed many tasks. In doing some of the tasks, I was able to draw from knowledge from my past experiences and my coursework in order to complete them, but others were new territory for me, and so it I had to learn while doing. While there, I managed trademark applications. I checked and evaluated the status of each application using the official trademark website and search system. I learned about trademarks during my time in business law, so the coursework in business law provided me with a basic information of trademarks, but this experience enhanced my knowledge that I learned in the classroom. With the information that I gathered from the search system, I had to update the trademark spreadsheet with the status of each application. While there was no math or data analysis involved, during my time in business analytics, I perfected my knowledge of Excel, which was very useful during this task. I had to color code and then sort the information based on the stage of registration each application was in. After entering the status of each application to the spreadsheet, I had to search the last trademark manager's email for the last update the client received and input that information in the spreadsheet as well. Again, sorting it, and from there, if there was a change in their status that they were not updated, or if we needed additional information, I had to email that client with that information. Now, thus far in my time at Oglethorpe, I have not taken marketing as a class yet. So I'm taking it next semester, but many of the tasks that I had to do for marketing was a learning experience for me that I hope to perfect while taking marketing in the spring. Every week, I was in charge of editing and posting blogs and newsletters onto the company website. And this was very interesting as I had not been on the back end of a website before, and it taught me how difficult it is to format each writing for it to turn out correctly on a viewer's end. Furthermore, I executed marketing automation campaigns and programs. Again, this was a learning experience for me. At the time, I had never heard of what an automation was, but I learned how to format, write, and send an automation. Each automation was intended for a specific audience. So the language in each of these emails had to be strategic in order to provoke someone to reach out to her as a potential client. I had to submit the draft to my boss, who critiqued it to the fullest extent, but this taught me the value of the specific language in emails to receive the kind of response needed to expand clientele. She pointed out where I went wrong in my draft and asked me questions to evoke a better email for the future. Also, to expand clientele, I was asked to develop ideas to promote the company's services, whether it was an email to tablets to do an interview, contacting a Facebook group, or creating a social media post. Each promotion looked fairly different than the last. The services presented in each was dependent on the audience I was trying to reach, and this entire experience made me overall excited to take marketing in the spring. I also performed some operations tasks. I was asked to research different platforms in order to get for specific services and write a report on which one I thought best fit the needs of our company specifically. This allowed me to see all the different platforms and what they offer and also their pricing. Zoom can be pricey. Lastly, I managed the firm's customer service email. I deleted the marketing emails and forwarded the customer service emails to the appropriate person in order to help them. And this requires organization and discipline. And I think that I learned some of that while taking principles of management because some strategic management in doing this, because if the email was not checked every day, then a client may end up not getting their response they wanted in time. So they'll go to a different firm. In this internship with a small business, I gained a lot of knowledge and experience that I will carry with me throughout my entire career, and I would like to share some of them. And it's very tips that you can use and also things that you can carry with you while you're performing a job. Firstly, I learned that remote work can be very difficult. A lot of communication is lost over typing that is not the same in person. With this comes a lot of miscommunication that can occur. But with a limited amount of bandwidth, it is hard to rely on your boss to have the time and ability to clarify in order for you to understand. And if the instructions are not clear or if you are confused, you have to sit and wait for a response, which can be lengthy and frustrating. While in an interview, I would encourage everyone to make sure that the relationship is understood. As an intern, You are there to learn. And if they do not have the time to guide you and teach you and advise you, then that may not be the internship for you. And also express what kind of managerial style or how much supervision you need as an intern in the interview. And if they cannot provide this, then it may not be worth your time. Lastly, there are scams out there. While this is inevitable, there are regulations set in place to make sure that you get what you are entitled to, but with this, you need proof. So I encourage you to download and screenshot your I-9, your W-4, and keep track of your hours and work that you did in order to prove that you did the work during that time. And also set your personal email as a backup email if you have a company. Big picture, I do not recommend this internship I just do not recommend this internship. I was personally semi-scammed, but also the relationship was not understood. I needed more advising as I had not taken marketing, so I needed more advising in order to do certain tasks that I was appointed. Now, there are some things that I think are important in considering an internship, and I would like to share them. So, one, make sure that it will give you the meaningful experience you need to reach your career goal in the future instead of just doing mundane tasks. Also, for juniors and seniors, having the opportunity to go full time might be a very important factor to consider. And also, make sure the culture makes you feel comfortable and ask yourself if your personality fits well with the organization. Resources. Career development is a fantastic resource. They do resume building and also cover letter building, and a cover letter can set you apart from other students. Handshake and LinkedIn are great resources to find an internship on. Yes. Okay, I would like to thank everyone for coming to my presentation, but I want to end on a high note. By this quote by Richard Branson: "Do not be embarrassed by your failures. Learn from them and start again." I don't consider this a failure. I consider this a learning experience. But from any failure, there are learning experiences. So instead of dwelling in that, just take it from it and then start again and use what you learned from that to do better next time. Again, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ramah. All right, so I want to see if there are any questions for Ramah right now. Anyone?
I have one. Ramah, I admire your frankness in terms of the value of your internship. Go there one more time. Give us a couple of sentences.
So the value that I took from my internship is that I now know that in an interview, I need to be very specific on what managerial style or what supervision I need in order to thrive and do well in that internship in order for it to give me the experience that I need to further my career goals.